There are certain moments in pop culture that refuse to fade, no matter how many news cycles go by. And when it comes to courtroom drama, few lines have ever reached the level of myth that one phrase did during the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation trial. Today, we're revisiting the moment that launched 1,000 memes, millions of TikToks, and cemented itself as one of the funniest, most unexpected viral courtroom quotes of the decade. This is the Megapint Revisited. To understand why the Megapint became iconic, you have to remember the context. The trial wasn't just a legal battle, it became a full-blown cultural event. Millions watched every second. Live streams, commentary channels, breakdowns, reaction edits. And somewhere between the tense exchanges, the expert witnesses, and the emotional testimonies, the internet stumbled onto pure comedy gold. The moment arrived courtesy of Heard's legal team, who asked Johnny Depp about pouring himself a megapint of red wine. The phrase was delivered with full seriousness, in a courtroom, under oath, and Depp, who had been calm and collected throughout much of his questioning, paused, blinked, looked almost amused, and repeated the phrase back, "A megapint?" That single line, half confusion, half sarcasm, half...
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A megapint?
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
"Are we really doing this?" became an instant classic. What made it so funny wasn't the wine. It wasn't even the question. It was the combination of formality and absurdity colliding at the perfect moment. Courtrooms are supposed to be dry, serious, structured, and suddenly, the world was watching a Hollywood actor politely confirm or deny whether he had poured himself a fictional measurement of alcohol. The contrast was irresistible, and once the clip hit the internet, it exploded. People began measuring everything in megapints. Coffee mugs became megapints. Water bottles became megapints. Restaurants put megapint stickers on giant glasses. Couples joked about whether they wanted a regular drink or a megapint. Even merchandise appeared overnight. Shirts, tumblers, shot glasses, the works. But the megapint moment wasn't the only unintentionally hilarious part of the trial. There was the testimony about Depp's use of the phrase, "a monster," which sparked endless memes where fans replaced it with everything from cereal mascots to Halloween characters. There was Depp's deadpan delivery, which became its own form of comedic timing. Every time he responded with a quiet, "correct," the internet added a million new captions. And who could forget? That's hearsay, which turned into an entire running gag after the objection was thrown around so often that fans started using it in everyday conversations. Someone asks whether you're coming to dinner? Hearsay. Someone mentions the weather forecast? Hearsay. The internet had a field day. Then there was the moment when one of Heard's lawyers objected to his own question. It was the kind of slip that would normally go unnoticed in a normal trial, but this wasn't a normal trial. This was the most live-streamed courtroom event in years, and every tiny mistake became instant meme fuel. But the comedic highlight reel wasn't just about jokes. Part of the reason these moments landed so hard was because the trial itself was emotionally heavy. Serious accusations, years of turmoil, and two public figures in a deeply personal legal battle. Audiences needed moments of levity. They needed a break. And the absurdity, intentional or not, delivered it. The megapint, above all, symbolized that break. It became the shorthand for the entire experience, the surreal blending of Hollywood, legal procedure, and internet culture. It wasn't making light of the trial's seriousness. People understood the gravity, but it captured the reality that sometimes, even in the most serious situations, the human element leaks through. And Johnny Depp's reaction was the final ingredient. Depp has always had a dry, understated sense of humor, and in that moment, he didn't have to crack a joke. He didn't have to create a punchline. The punchline created itself. All he had to do was repeat the question, with that slight eyebrow raise, and the internet took care of the rest. As the trial continued, Megapint became part of the cultural vocabulary. It seeped into fandoms, late-night jokes, reaction edits, and even courtroom commentary videos. And long after the verdict was delivered, the memes kept going. Any celebrity caught holding a large drink? Megapint. Any influencer showing off a morning coffee half the size of their head? Megapint. It became evergreen. And that's why we're revisiting it now. Not because of the legal battle itself, but because of how a single phrase became a symbol of the internet's ability to take something serious, twist it, remix it, and turn it into global comedy. It's rare for a courtroom moment to become pop culture canon. But this one did. Because at the end of the day, Megapint wasn't just a line in a trial, it was a snapshot of how the world was watching, reacting, and collectively laughing at something none of us expected. The Megapint wasn't poured, it was born.